Hello, welcome to my astrology channel where we explore the sidereal zodiac, and we have the full moon in Scorpio, sidereal Scorpio. And beyond it just being that one peak moment, which the full moon always is in the cycle, we can see here it's in an opposition with the sun and it's fully revealing its light. Beyond it just being this strong gravitational pull that happens both new moons and full moons. It's also part of the Taurian cycle. So in this video, I wanted to share a little bit about how you might be experiencing or how to work with a Scorpio full moon and what it may be bringing up or revealing to you as part of the Taurian moon cycle that we're in. So Scorpio is a fixed water sign, and Scorpio moons tend to be deep, intense, a good time for purging out anything that the moon rules, habits, behaviors, give your house a deep clean. The moon rules so many different areas of our life. It almost touches on every part of our life because it rules our daily rhythm. So wherever this is showing up in your chart by house, it's going to indicate to you the area that you may be experiencing the Scorpio energy, and the full moon coming to that point in your chart is really bringing a big lunar wave or moon wave, and bringing energy to that point in your chart, in your own energy and that area of your life, and to flow with it, whether it be for detox, whether it be for emotional release, emotional transformation. You might be finding this full moon a very empowering one that will be the positive expression of Scorpio. For some, it might be deeply painful. That is the transformation that Scorpio can take us through to the depths, to the shadows, um, bringing bringing light to the surface. And so a lot of dark things can get revealed, especially when the full moon is moving through Scorpio, maybe as part of your inner self, your hidden identity, parts of you that you don't reveal so easily to other people, who you are in the home, or maybe just part of your daily rhythms and everyday life. There is this opportunity now to observe what is being revealed to you as a way of empowering and bringing light to any shadow. And this will be completely different for everyone. We're going to be experiencing the Scorpio moon in a very different way, especially if you've got natal planets in Scorpio. This is going to be likely more intense or maybe more personal. And if you haven't, well, it's coming to that point of your chart, a point of your area of life, your house, your energy. So there's always different ways that we can work with that collective theme. And so when the moon goes full, it's fully reflecting the light of the sun. And in Scorpio, it's fully revealing and almost exposing any scorpion shadows, any skeletons that you've had in your closet. Also, I feel it's like kind of, it's just this, it's almost like taking off a cloak or a mask or fears or insecurities or any shadows that you've had or have, and empowering you. So that would be the other way, the more empowering way that this moon could be revealing itself to you, that if you've been someone that almost has been weighed down by intense emotions, experiences, situations, people in your life. And really, this moon cycle being a lot about security, financial security, material security, survival, pleasures, all these Taurian themes. Then this Scorpio moon is an opportunity to almost reveal, illuminate, wash away, and transform, strip away all of those shadows that are coming through as insecurities or dense energies. The other way you might be experiencing this is, as I mentioned, those parts of you or unconscious parts of you, or your life, those shadows are being revealed to you, and now it's time to go and do the work and transform them through light. or it may be generally a very physical purging that people are having, crying, or some people might just want to go out and run and sweat. There are lots of different ways that the Scorpio energy releases itself through water, but it does need to do that. Fixed water, you can imagine water signs, our three water signs, Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancer. They're fluid, they're adaptable, they change, they shift, they like to go deep. It's about the emotions, about the dream world, it's about the images, it's all about feelings. And fixed water, fixed is the style or the expression of Scorpio. Scorpio is the expression, and the mode, which is whether it's cardinal fixed, mutable, in this case fixed, is how the Scorpio, that water energy, expresses itself, the way that it does it. And fixed signs don't like to move. Aquarius, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, they are your sustainers. They hold things, they build things. And so fixed water can get stagnant, it can get murky, it needs to move, it needs to detox, it needs to shift out. And this is why and how we see that obsessiveness that comes with the Scorpio energy, that intensity, that deep passion, the dark side of Scorpio that is unable to let go, stays attached. It's the devil card in the tarot, that scorpion energy that is unable to detach or let go of toxic habits or traits. And go ahead and check what house this is for you, and use this moon and work with this shift as we move through the full moon. And this kind of might have shown up for you the last couple of days. You might have had, as we built up to the full moon, we're in 21 degrees Scorpio. The last couple of days may have revealed some shadows to you that were painful, that you may have not wanted to see, or just in general, something that feels intense, or that you've needed to shift, move, and clean. You can just imagine stagnant water, fixed water, when it's not had any movement or change or any cleansing, any detoxing, it becomes toxic. So working with this Scorpio moon and any Scorpio moon, really, it's a good time to focus on that detox, purging out, cleansing. Scorpio is the alchemist of the zodiac. It goes deep. It's the crystals that grow deep in the earth. You actually get plutonites, which I love that, the crystals that grow deep in the earth, named after Pluto. So this Scorpio moon, that's the energy, and just check in with how you're feeling it. See if it's making any aspects to any planets in your chart. If this full moon is directly triggering a natal planet, one of your personal planets, by degree, you'll be in the middle of an 2.5 long development cycle with the moon. So you'll be in the 18-month point, which is the moon family's technique, of the woman who, I'll have to put it in the caption, her name. I always forget it, mostly because I can't pronounce it. But she was the one who started tracking moon families and discovered this amazing technique of the 2.25 year cycles that happen with the moon, that roll in 9 months. And I kind of love that because it also maps that old time count through the Mesoamerican calendar, rolling in 260 days. So there's definitely that cycle of 9 months I feel that we go through. And to see that as a part of a longer journey with the moon also shows the strength and the power that the moon can have, even though we have these mini moon steps through even though we have these mini moon steps through the moon cycle, 28 days, not huge change can be made, but some significant change can be made within a moon cycle. And then as we develop that and just keep going and just keep going and flowing and growing and changing and evolving, which is what the moon does, suddenly we're seeing a whole longer transformation that can happen especially if it's going to be a Scorpio moon that would be here for your 18 months through those cycles of 9 months. 18 months would be middle, and then another 18 months, and you'd be done a full 2.25 year cycle. So let me know if that interests you, and I'll do another video on moon families. I've really love using it as a technique. So you can go ahead and check that out in your own chart. This Taurus cycle, the Taurus cycle, Taurus is the polar opposite sign. So when the moon went new in Taurus, something new was able to be seeded, especially as we just finished a moon cycle through Aries, self-identity, who am I, you know, spirit mission. As the sun goes through Aries, it's always a new activation of the self, individual spirit mission in this life, where we're going, our role as an individual. And as Taurus comes in, any creative ideas that came up, any new seeds or new creative beginnings, or anything really new that started in your life, this Taurus cycle has been a lot about bringing foundation to that, financially, through security, through creating more of a sense of safety and comfort. There is the money that is associated with Taurus, but also the pleasure aspect. It's ruled by Venus. Leaning into slow living, leaning into Taurian rituals connected with the body, the five senses. Taurus rules survival. We need the five senses to survive. That's their primary action. We need them for survival. So the sensual side of Taurus is very much connected not only with pleasure, but that survival mode that we need as one of our basic fundamental processes and development steps. So we can work with that, especially nowadays in the type of age that we're in. Often many of us already having those basic security structures in place. Suddenly the Taurus energy is able to take on its more artistic, more sensual, this feminine expression of the sign. Maybe it's been a moon cycle about reconnecting with the home, with the earth, with plants, with art, with beauty in your life, with any creative expressions that involve making art or making things beautiful, whether it's your home, whether it's jewelry, this food. The Taurus energy is all about what feels good and comfortable. And so when we get the full moon in Scorpio, it's the opposite. As much as Taurus is about material security, Scorpio is all about feeling emotionally safe. The Scorpio moon needs to feel emotionally safe, work through fears, learn to trust, and part of that, like letting go and just easing into. So you get a chance here during this cycle that's very much connected with your physical world, the material bread and butter that you're working with. Suddenly this very emotional, deep moon comes along and reflects back and goes, okay, so here's the polar opposite for you. Just as much as you've been putting all of this energy into the importance of the physical world, your physical body, nurturing that, growing that, developing that, everything that you've taken from the self-identity of evolving that you went through, any new chapters or new beginnings that happened for you through the Aries cycle, the Scorpio moon goes, okay, and so what about purging out, dealing with all of this emotional stuff so that you can fully move forward without feeling heavy, or without feeling emotionally stagnant. And so this polarity here, this axis of safety, of feeling safe in the home, in the body, in the emotions, intimacy, sensuality. These may all be themes coming up for people this moon cycle. So yeah, definitely taking this full moon as one for empowerment. Don't just always see the Scorpio moon as a scary moon that's deep and intense. And yes, it can be, but it can also be a real moment of deep empowerment, especially when it's full, because you're really able to see everything. Everything gets revealed. So I hope this was useful, and sending you many blessings for this full moon and for the rest of the moon cycle. Look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye bye.